Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Laymen Daily Show. Thank you all so much for being here. How's everyone today? It's Easter long weekend. I'm going to be doing a show tomorrow if there's news, but I won't do one on Sunday. It's the day we rest, okay? So there's a lot of news. Well, there's a bit of news today, okay? And there wasn't a major thumbnail story, as you can see from the thumbnail. Thought I'd throw a few things in there. So there's Minecraft movie news. There's some indicative figures for the Mario movie. And then, of course, there's some Monster Energy drink nonsense that they're doing here, okay? So Monster Energy drink, they're just giving devs a problem. I don't know why, but this is what they love to do. How's everyone going in the chat? How's everyone going in the chat? Everyone having a good time? Smiley face from Christian. Good to see you, man. Record. Can't really read that there, but I'm glad you're back, but I'm glad you're here, man. Look at that smile in the thumbnail. Could be all fake. It could be like, I'm having a terrible time. All right, guys, let's get to the drop and let's get into the show. All right. Good to see everyone here today. So, you know what? Monster Energy drink. I can't stand the taste. Sue me, Monster. Sue me. Monster Energy drink keeps pushing devs to change their game titles. Monster Energy drink keeps being losers. That's just how it is, sadly. That's just how it is. So look, I don't understand how Monster Energy drink at one moment wants to be put in games like Death Stranding, and then the next time they're like, hey, whoa. You have Monster in the title of your game. It's copyright infringement. Monsters Inc. You better watch out. I'm just saying, you better watch out, Monsters Inc. Okay, Monster Energy drink, the energy drink company that puts artificially flavored gloop in the cans next to gaming setup worldwide. Oh, Kotaku wasn't pulling any punches here. Is pushing an indie studio to change the name of its game. Glowstick Entertainment's 2020 horror title, Dark Deception, Monsters and Mortals, is apparently confusingly similar to the energy drink. That always happens. God, I'm really thirsty. I need to drink something. Oh, fuck, this is a game. God, I'm sorry. You know, if it wasn't called Monsters and Mortals, I wouldn't have got it wrong. I wouldn't have got it wrong. Ridiculous. You know what? Let's watch the trailer of this right now. The game is, can you see anything in this that makes you think of Monster Energy drink? Oh my god, Monster. Yeah, no, Monster. There it is. There it is before. Sorry, guys, there it is. Okay. I'm so thirsty now for an energy drink. I just really want an energy drink so badly now. I mean, there it is. There it is. Litigation. Continue. Yeah, this is nonsense, right? It's absolutely ridiculous for Monster to be doing this crap. I was excited for Zelda Ocarina of the Energy drink, of the Monster Energy drink. That's such a shame. You know, all those games that just keep calling themselves Monster Energy. Solid State, Snake Eater, Energy drink. I mean, I understand where they're coming from. I get it, right? And if you guys remember, actually, sometime back in 2020, Ubisoft changed its name from Gods and Monsters to Immortals Fenyx Rising, following Monsters' claim that the title would be too easily confused with its brand. I mean, this is the biggest nonsense I've ever heard in my life. Like, legit. Next, Red Bull's like, whoa. Is that an animal that's using our name? Kill it. Destroy it. Nah, I'm sorry. I don't care if you're a sentient being. You're dead. Absolutely ridiculous. This isn't the last time we'll see this too. We've seen other ones too where anything... There was also a Georgia welder was using the M similar to its logo. And they also entered a legal battle. I mean, the Monster is an international company, but hey, a welder in Georgia. Are you using an M that looks a little bit like ours? That'll be $2 million, thanks. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, but it's not the end of it. And Vincent Living's actually the head of this studio said, it's well known that Monster Energy is a notorious trademark troll. Unfortunately, They're at it again. For a company that likes to target their drinks at games, they also like to try and bully and bankrupt game studios with lengthy high-dollar litigation. Here's the thing, right? It doesn't look good. Aren't the gamers the one that are going to be drinking your gloop? And again, you want it in Death Stranding. You want it to be in games. You want presence. But then you're like, thanks for putting our drink into your game. Now pay us. Please. This is just nonsense. Bored lawyers. Absolutely, I agree, Flesh. I agree. Just bored lawyers. I don't know what else to do with themselves. They just want to like sue people, which is great. I mean, I think that's lovely. In other news, the Super Mario Bros. Movie shows movie critics don't get video games, but TV critics do, by Paul Tassi. Absolutely. Now, did we see this?
Wow! I'm kind of shocked at how bad this movie is. Universal knows, though. Universal knows.
Universal knows that you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, this movie was an absolute 10 out of 10. I actually like Beyond the trailer. I think she does great stuff. This is the first time I've been like, oh my god, you don't know what you're talking about here. This is the worst review I've ever seen.
Discussing this movie, I don't play Nintendo games, right? Like I know who the characters are, well, like the big ones.
I know who the characters are. I know who the Mario characters are, like that Zelda guy and that guy in the green suit, Master Chef. Yeah, I'm a hardcore. I know what these people do. Of course I do. Ah, dear. This has been unanimously downvoted. Look, I mean, I'm sure there's a few votes here and there, but for a video that has 136,000 views, 4,000, that's not good. Let me tell you. All right, from a connoisseur YouTuber, that is not a good thing. Doesn't show us the dislikes. I would love to see what the dislikes are, but we both know it's probably going to be pretty bad. Pretty bad indeed. She also went on and said this too. Where was it? Oh, that's right. Super Mario Bros. Movie estimated to take 26 million on its first day and 127 million for the first 5 days. Man, this movie is going to go so well. This is going to make all the money. I'm super excited for this. And it totally deserves it. Like, as I said in my review yesterday, check it out. This is a great movie, great time. I think it's the right tone. Everyone that sees this that has any idea of gaming beyond the trailer will enjoy this movie. A lot of fan service, very fast paced though. I mean, it doesn't stop. Like, it's super, super fast. But I think it's a really good start to other IP that we're going to see from not only from the Mario universe, but also from other IP too. I'd love to see a Samus movie, Metroid movie, a Link movie. And I do think now we are over the crest of Marvel movies. This is why I keep trying to say Marvel. But I think we're finally going to be moving forward from this. 17k downvotes on her video. Oh, really, Corman? Jesus. Yeah. But she legit... Come on, man. You can't say you don't... Like, you never played the games, you don't really know, but... I know the characters. No, you don't. You clearly don't, mate. You clearly don't know the characters. What else happened in the world of gaming? Amazon lays off 100 employees in its gaming division. Sad times. Amazon.com Incorporated laid off 100 employees in its video game division as part of its broader cutbacks affecting workers at Prime Gaming, Game Growth, and company's San Diego studios. So it says Amazon has struggled to capitalize on its resources in gaming, including through its Crown Channel and entertainment show on the Twitch streaming service. It also says here, Amazon has only released one internally developed game, online role player, titled The New World. Well, they actually did release another one, The Crucible. If we remember that went back into beta. Then they just like yeeted it. They got rid of it, right? That was their first major title that they're going to be releasing here, and it didn't go well. Let's be real. We played it, we reviewed it. Wasn't great. The audience didn't like it, and it's gone. Gone forever. This is pretty much the last, I think this is their last chance to make a decent showing and earn their street cred within the gaming industry. If this, new game sucks, new world, then I think it's kind of probably over. It's probably over for Amazon's gaming space. But, you know, if it's good, it's good. I'm not going to like attack it or something just because it's like the other one sucked, right? Although it's great for clicks. But if it's a good game, of course I'll say it's a good game. And you know what? I do feel like the MMORPG thing, it's kind of like the major players are set in stone. Like it's pretty much World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy 14, and something else. Guild Wars, I guess. And then there's Elder Scrolls Online. That's the one, isn't it? Zendrew, good to see you, Zendrew. Thanks for tuning in. Everyone, give claps to Zendrew, our wonderful mod. Appreciate you, my friend. 17k downvotes. That's so crazy. Yeah. So that's definitely, this is one for not for the critics. Critics didn't know what they were talking about when it came to the Mario movie, so do not trust them. Trust hardcore gamers, the ones that wear Mario 64 merch, okay? It's not in the merch store, actually. It should be in the merch store. I wear this every day. Do I wash it? Comment section. You figure out if I do. Do you see any stains on it yet? Nope. Okay. Whew. Then I'll pretend that I wash it every day. Amazon has cancelled Crucible. Oh, yeah, that's right. This is the second thing I was going to say. Yes. Okay. This is part of this one, okay? Amazon, of course, cancelled Crucible. It's free-to-play multiplayer shooter that already had returned to closed beta, as we know. So, yeah, it was just a giant meme. So who knows what they do in the future. UK games market dipped to 7.05 billion in 2022. The UK's video games market shrank slightly in 2022, with spending on software, hardware, and other related products slipping to 7.05 billion. This is 5.6% less than the record breaking, right? But they also said, however, the 2022 total is still 17% ahead of its pre-pandemic levels and still above the projected growth of 2020 to 2022 based on 2019 data. Now, I include this because I just thought that, you know, the pandemic was such a crazy time, but it was also a time where, of course, we were going to see huge uptick of gamers and new gamers, right? Beyond the trailer, that was your opportunity to become a new gamer, but you didn't. So we were obviously going to see now some sort of steady, slow decline after everyone's gone back to work and everyone has lives again. But not us gamers. We continue to play. Yeah, so of course that was going to happen, right? But look, I mean, I think a lot of people now are playing games that they weren't playing before. There's so many people now that have jumped on, started experiencing games because they had nothing better to do when they were in the pandemic. Well, I mean, unless you were with a partner, there's a few things you could do there. Apparently, babies boomed in COVID time. Nothing else to do. Play games, play with a joystick, play with another joystick. Oh, dear. All right, what else? What else? Miramoto says, no problem with violent video games, but Mario won't wield a gun anytime soon. Yeah, about that. Pretty sure he's going around shooting people with a gun. Okay, pretty sure he's shooting someone with a gun. Now, what he says here, though, I thought this is fun. I thought I'd include this. What he says, I want to make it clear that I am not against shooting games and violent games, he says. There are many mediums that entertain people, but I think it's my mission to find other ways to make it an interesting and fun game. I told myself that Mario is a character that never hurts other people, so I wanted to find a different way of expressing Mario. Pretty sure in the movie, he bashes the shit out of Donkey Kong. So he's definitely violent. He has a violent tendency. Absolutely. And let's not forget, Mario's from Brooklyn. You're going to tell me that Mario's not packing heat? Just in case he needs it? What do you mean you're not going to pay the plumbing bill? Boom. All right? He lives in America. You want me to believe the Mario story or not? He's packing heat. He's packing a 9. Okay, and not to mention, let's not forget what was actually in the movie. All right, this is actually in the movie. This is a spoiler. Not really, but this is in the movie, guys. Explain that. Explain that, Nintendo. Explain that. All right, does that look like a man that's going to take any shit? Does that look like a man no, he's not. All right, he's from Brooklyn. All right? No. Lando is definitely so. Lucasfilms and Donald Glover are talking about the Lando Calrissian Star Wars series. For the love of God, just stop for a while. There's so many Marvel and Star Wars things. We just need to chill. Raise of hands. Who doesn't want to see this for a little bit? I'm sure it'd be cool in the future, but like, chill. Especially because the Solo movie wasn't really loved, right? I don't think people loved the Solo movie. It kind of felt a bit, like, I didn't mind it. You know what? I didn't mind it. But I would say that it wasn't their strongest thing. I really want to watch Andor. Now, I've heard really great things about Andor, so who am I to talk, right? Andor, and I've heard great things from Mandalorian. The latest season 3, is apparently not doing too well. I might do a review of that, actually. I might just smash it out once it's finished. I might just watch the whole thing and do a review. Yeah, the Mandalorian... Okay, yeah, someone just said, even Mandalorian is getting annoying now. I remember when I watched Mandalorian, when it first came out, I was like, holy shit, this is mad. This is like cowboy western shit, right? This is cool. And I thought whole first season was great. And I don't know, I just feel like, you know what, season 3 now, whatever it is, people aren't loving it from what I've seen. Some of the clips aren't great. But you know what? If Andor is great, that shows that you can continue to do high quality stuff, right? And they're doing season 2 right now. So, you know, I'm excited to actually sit down and watch Andor. I saw the Lizzo thing, actually. Yeah, I saw the Lizzo thing. Someone just mentioned the Lizzo thing. I did see the Lizzo thing. I got nothing against Lizzo. I don't give a shit. But it didn't seem right. Like, it felt like a cameo. You know, like, you know, in 90s TV, like a star would walk in and they would bump into the guy. Oh, hi, it's Brad Pitt. You know, that kind of nonsense that would happen. Like, it just felt so jammed in that a star was appearing or whatever. That's what it felt when I watched that particular clip. So I don't know, man. I'm not really vibing it. I'll go back and watch it though. Yeah. Man, this is sick. Look at these mods now. Okay, now this is just a GIF. There's no music. But these mods for Elden Ring, I mean, they're pretty bloody cool. If you can't do it, you can now do easy mode. Just get into the jet and find some oil. US. Finally have an easy mode though. That's what we needed. That is a very, very hot topic. Every time an FromSoft game comes out, people are like, we need an easy mode. No, you need to get better. The thing is, right, when I first started playing like Sekiro, God, I found Sekiro so hard. I was like, come on, give me a goddamn easy mode. Like, I can't do this. And then I became not a casual, but a seasoned vet. I became OG gamer, right? And then, you know, when I finished Dark Souls, when I finished Elden Ring, when I finished Sekiro, that's when I was like, you know what? I'm born again. I'm a born again Souls man. All right, so I actually think that it will fundamentally change the fabric of the game if you make it easy, right? I mean, really, I finished Dark Souls in New Game +5 or something in 3 hours, 3.5 hours, and then that same day I finished it again in 4 hours. I could do that because I was so powerful by then. So the game can be relatively short if it's on easy mode, right? So like part of the game is really just like sitting there and trying a boss over and over again. You know, Element says, my dude, good to see you here, man. Thanks everyone for tuning in today. Hope you're having a wonderful day, of course. And yeah, so Elden Ring, easy mode, no. But if you want to fly around in a jet, you can. Now, I don't even know why I'm including this, all right? But what's this guy's name?
Did you notice Michael Cera in the Barbie
Michael
movie
Cera.
trailer?
Michael Cera. Okay, he's in the Barbie movie. I'm not going to see the Barbie movie. What are you talking about? What? I'm not going to go there and just look at Margot Robbie looking nice. You know, I'm going to say, all the cast is looking nice.
Well, he's not playing one of the many Kens, but actually someone named Alan. In the 60s, Alan was introduced by Mattel as Ken's buddy, who could also fit into all of Ken's clothes. Michael Cera even seems to be sporting a very similar top to Alan's original outfit. The poster also notes that there's only one Alan, which supposedly rules out the existence of a Nega Alan. But we'll wait to see what happens.
I'm not going there, but that, I don't know why they put that in there. I don't know why they put that in there. Ryan Gosling's also looking real juicy in this one, let's be honest. All right, maybe I'm going to see Ryan. You know what? The amount of Giga Chaz are going to rock up to the Barbie movie and be like, one ticket, please, to Barbie. Oh, what was that, sir? One ticket to Barbie, please. I think people are going to say this. The whole trailer that I watched doesn't show anything. It doesn't, well, it does. I mean, it doesn't tell you what the story is. But like, who's going there for the story of Barbie? I mean, I don't expect it to be Avengers Endgame, right? But it's, look, I mean, it's a phenomenon and people are going to see it and I'll watch it. And you know what? I might even do a review of it. Would you guys watch a review of this? I mean, you know what? Why not, right? It could be kind of cool. It could be kind of cool. It's been in production for quite some time, of course. Margot Robbie is going to be great. I think, okay, I saw something the other day that Amy Schumer was originally going to be Barbie. Is that true? Margot Robbie just feels more Barbie. That's all I'll say. She feels more Barbie to me. Definitely more Barbie. Buy tickets online. Can you already buy tickets online? When does it actually come out? Speaking of Barbie, did you see this? Should I open that? Let me have a look. Okay. All right, shall we open that? Zendru, I trust you. Let me have a look. Ah! That's great. That is great. All right, Zendru, I can trust you, man. That's great. Shill Up is part of Barbie. I didn't know that. All right, well, we got to see it now. We absolutely have to review it. I mean, how can we not? Why is his eyes closed? He's like, I'm in this goddamn movie. They just pay me so much money. I just got to be here. Oh, yes, the boat metaphor. Barbie is like a boat. Yes, pretty on the outside and pretty on the inside. Yes. Well, now I've lost now where I was. God damn it, Zendru. Marvel Avengers final patch is live, guys. Final Marvel Avengers is ending. Marvel Avengers is ending. Shit. Guys, I remember covering this back in 2020. This is the biggest meme of 2020. Now, they expected this to be absolutely huge, this game, and it wasn't, of course. So Marvel Avengers will never receive another update. It is no longer a live service game, and after September 30th, it will cease to exist entirely. I knew about the final patch stuff, but I didn't know that they were just like taking it off entirely. So after 30th of September, what, you can't even log into the game? Is that what they're saying? It just won't exist at all? Man, that's a shame. That was good times, good memes. Good times with Marvel Avengers, but it's come to an end, sadly. But you know what? Live service is such a dirty word now, and if you don't, get off to a good start, then usually you have some big problems. Now, the only game I can really think of that really rejuvenated itself was Final Fantasy XIV. That really fundamentally came back when it kind of did its new patch years ago. Marvel Avengers, it should have just done the whole Thanos thing and started again. I mean, they already have it built in. They can do it, right? It's not that hard for them. They could absolutely do that. But, yeah, Marvel Avengers, great meme. Loved it. Greatest meme ever. But sadly not here anymore. So, guys, jump in now. As it says here, this is another evil little comment here from the gamer. Update 2.8 is live in Marvel Avengers, which means practically nothing to anyone except the 700 people still active on the subreddit. Hello. Ouch. Ouch, man. It's true though, no one's playing this game. And if they are, they need to move on. Alright, they need to go see the Marvel movie. That's what they need to do, because it was goddamn good. I don't know, I just wanted to throw that in, because it's so good, and you need to see it. Minecraft movie starring Jason Momoa will be released on April 4th, 2025. So, someone says here, Jeff, it's April 5th now. So again, this is going to be the next major thing, I think. That's okay, this is years away, right? We'll probably see another, like, movie come out in the video game verse before then, but Jason Momoa starring? Okay, kind of cool. I don't know how this is going to be a fun movie though. I don't know, right? Like, it just feels like there's no You know what? I don't know. But when I look at Minecraft, it feels like it's just like you create your story all the time. Like you create what it's going to be, right? Where Mario feels like there's so many characters embedded into the world already. And there's that kind of 40 years of history and that nostalgia has kind of created a lot of great moments in that movie, where with Minecraft, I don't know, it just feels so user generated, so many of those experiences. It's going to be hard to see what they're going to do here, but you know what? I'll be open. I'll see what they do here. And someone says, play it now before it's erased from history. Absolutely. You got to play it. You know what? I might even just download it for like 10 minutes, laugh at it, and then close it. Why not? Why not? Okay, I'm really surprised. So this was actually an April Fool's thing. So 1 million downloads from the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. I didn't know this was like, I thought it was just April Fool's. Correct me if I'm wrong, but apparently you can actually play this. Wait, no, not this one. Where is it? This one, yeah. The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. We're excited to announce. And apparently you can actually download this and play this. If this is true, then crap. Okay. Then I probably won't download it. I pretend I will. I'm like, guys, yeah, I'm a hardcore gamer. I play all games. Yeah, apparently it's got 1 million downloads. Has anyone in the comment section played this? Flash says 45 minutes of mining for diamonds. Yeah, I mean, that's probably what's going to happen with this movie. But it's going to make all the money. All the kids are going to see it. I mean, I will probably see it. A lot of gamers, curious gamers are just going to see it, right? We just want to see what it is and see if it's any good. But I'll be hard-pressed to see it be any better than the Mario movie and also the first Sonic movie. The first Sonic movie was so goddamn good. All right. What else? Filming has wrapped for Joker Folly. I don't know how to say that. Is it Folly Adokes? I'm wrong, right? Yeah. This is live. Please tell me how you say that. Foliado. Foliado? No. Excited to see this though. I'm excited to see this. I think it's going to be great. First one was fantastic. I think it's kind of the thing that I've been most excited for now. The Joker 1 was absolutely fantastic, and let's be honest, DC has had a bit of problems as of late. They've completely changed the format of what they want to be doing in the future. They fired people. They fired Henry Cavill, and then Henry Cavill said he wasn't fired and whatever. God, whatever. When you're not chosen for the role, it's kind of like you're fired. A little bit, right? A little bit. And Black Adam and Shazam, God, it hasn't been great for DC recently. So I'm excited to see what this is. Definitely will do a review of this. Definitely will do a review of this. And it's hitting theaters October 2024. I'm actually really curious to see what Lady Gaga's performance was, right? Like, I mean, I wish her the best in all her performances, right? I saw some people saying, oh, that's weird casting on Twitter, and they're like hating on it a bit. Nah, look, I think she did a great performance in Star is Born. I didn't see the Gucci movie. Didn't see that. But definitely want to see what this is, right? I mean, she might do a great performance. And the Joker, Joaquin Phoenix, is always going to do a good job, right? Sony lashes out at government for not shutting down Microsoft Activision deal. I mean, it's getting to the point now where like, shut up, Sony. You know, like, shut up. You're just whining at this point. So to give you some context here, the CMA... So the CMA was actually the Competitor and Markets Authority. What they did is they actually released a report that was like over a 5-year time span showing certain figures and how much it was going to cost Sony in terms of... It was ultimately in favor of Sony. It was saying that this report shows that this is really going to hurt and damage Sony because over a 5-year period, it's going to ultimately cost them big time. But then Microsoft went back and said, you know what, those figures aren't that correct. Can you go back and change them? They were like, okay, we'll have a look at it. They looked at it again and like, you know what, Microsoft, my bad. You're right. We actually have these figures are wrong. So yeah, they came back. Sony came back and said that the regulators, it was surprising, unprecedented, and irrational reversal after initially pushing it back against the mega acquisition. So I think Sony is losing this battle 1 inch at a time. Every inch matters. And by maybe in the next couple of months, this is all going to be wrapped up, right? I think the UK's competition and marketing authority is going to definitely now go in favor of this thing going Microsoft's way. And that's going to be a domino effect. We already saw Japan come back and say, yep, we're cool with this. You guys do you. Sony is, I think, is in trouble here in this legal battle. I don't see them winning this. And look, they've got a 10-year deal with Call of Duty. 10-year deal. You know, and Microsoft was like, you guys should be able to make a Call of Duty within 10 years. Well, why didn't you do that, Microsoft? Why didn't you do that? Okay. So the Activision deal, I think, is going to go in Microsoft's favor, and it's going to be exciting to see what they do with that, right? Now, as we've seen with Bethesda, Starfield is an exclusive on Xbox. What are you talking about? So that is certainly a precedent. And Elder Scrolls 6, I mean, that's going to be also exclusive, isn't it? On Microsoft. So, yeah. Sony's angry. Sony's throwing a tantrum. Sony is tripping, absolutely. Someone else says, Benjamin says, shut up, Sony. That's right. Shut up, Sony. We do love Sony, though. I mean, maybe I'm a Sony shill sometimes, but I will say that the games that they bring out, exclusives, are better than Xbox. This is why Xbox is so desperate to buy IP. They're like, we can't do it ourselves. You, Activision, you're now ours. They just need to do it. You know? Dwayne Johnson as Steve in Minecraft. You know what? After Black Adam, he's going to be looking for some work, so he could be looking for that, Lord Gaben. Absolutely. What else happened in the world of games? Former Stadia boss Phil Harrison quietly leaves Google following service closure. Now, as we know, Stadia is gone. Didn't work. This is the thing, right? Stadia promised a lot. 4K, multifunctional streaming with Twitch functionality, picking up your game where you left off on multiple platforms. But it didn't deliver. And also the games seem to be quite thin that were actually releasing on Stadia. Now, they were trying, right? But this just entered the graveyard of all the other Google projects that they didn't want to move forward with. Sad reality, but it's gone. And Phil Harrison, Vice President of Google and former head of Stadia, has confirmed he has left the company. This was his big shot, and he didn't do it. All right? He didn't do it. Now, of course, look, this guy's done a lot of big stuff in his career, so it's not like he's a failure or anything, but he's a failure. No, I'm kidding. Look, he'll probably go on to bigger and better things, but Stadia it didn't work. It didn't work. It needs to move on. That's a shame. But I do anticipate a world of streaming, a lot of streaming platforms, I think, as 5G picks up and it's easier. And it's like you can't even tell the difference when you're playing a game. Like, that's going to happen in the future. So Stadia maybe just was a little bit too early. There's a lot of money behind Google. The technology just wasn't there. And as well as the appeal for it wasn't there. But I do see that in the future, all right? A lot of people don't like that. They're like, no, I want to keep my console. I think there'll be a world where the console's still there, but a lot of people want to play on their TV or their phone or their tablet or their whatever. They'll be able to buy very cheap hardware and play very, very high performing games for a fraction of the cost. So of course that's going to take off. He looks so confused in that photo. He's like, what did I do wrong? What happened? This was going to be huge, right? Right? You know, like, what, you want me to leave now? All right, fine. I'm not fired. I left. Okay. Sony registered patent for DualSense heat dispensers. Apparently, haptic feedback will allow the controller to heat up to reflect the intensity of certain game moments. I mean, that's kind of cool, but what if they bring out the floor is lava? And it's going to be hot. But that's kind of cool. Or like you're playing Red Dead Redemption 2 in the beginning areas where it's just all frozen. Your hands are just like, ah. Or is it just heat? Or is it also cooling? It could be an air conditioning unit too. They're just expanding. They're like, you know what? Let's just throw more shit into this. All right, let's make it an aircon unit, an air purifier. I just make sure you can tell the time on the controller, as well as mine Bitcoin on it too. You know, everything. We just want to make sure everyone can do everything they want on this thing. But that's cool, right? I think that's really cool. There was also a patent recently with Xbox that actually has a screen in the middle of it. You can boot up games. You can see how much kind of battery it is in the corner and stuff. That's kind of cool. That'll eat up so much battery though. Like I don't see how that's not going to allow the controller to last maybe 10 minutes. Like my PlayStation 5 controller always like it's always out of battery. Always out of battery. It's very annoying. I want a smell-o-vision coming from the controller. Oh my god, can you imagine that? Can you imagine if you could smell things? You know? Interesting. Interesting. What kind of perverted things would we see? All these people trying to like get close to female characters that are like Ada. They're like, oh god, Ada. Yeah. That would happen. But like a fragrance coming out, that'd be nice, you know? Imagine if they did on Nintendo or Xbox. What's a very smelly level? Think of a smelly level. I can't think of one right now. Order Uber Eats on it. Actually, I agree, Dayu. All sorts of stuff, you know? But look, I think we're not done with seeing what other things we can do with controllers. I mean, it's only a matter of time before we figure out, you know what, we don't need the screen. We can just use the controller. I present to you the Switch. This is great. This is...
You are Balenciaga, Harry.
What is the difference, Potter, between H&M and Balenciaga?
After all, to the well-organized mind, Balenciaga is but the next great adventure.
How good is that? I mean, oh, there's, what's her name? Professor McGonagall? Draco? AI is getting crazy. Look at this. I mean, I'm sorry, but like, this Harry Potter cast is hot. Just throwing it out there. Even Voldemort's hot. You telling me you wouldn't go there? Huh? You wouldn't slither into his DMs? I certainly would. Harry's looking real nice. Even Hagrid, man. Hagrid looks like a hunk. You know what I'm saying? AI is just the beginning. I don't know what they're gonna be doing in the future. Hermione's looking nice. She's looking nice. Well, she already was looking nice, but now she's looking very nice. Certain point of the movies though, you can't say she's looking nice. You know, it's like later on. It's the only time you can say Hermione's looking nice. Can't say in the Philosopher's Stone. And there's a problem. If you're saying she's looking nice in the Philosopher's Stone, there's a big problem with you. Okay? AI movie soon. Absolutely, we're going to see AI movie soon. Speaking of AI, ChatGPT now has got this thing where if you get spammed with NFT scammers trying to like hit you up saying, hey, send me $250 and we'll give you this NFT that's worth 100,000. ChatGPT now can just endlessly keep replying to them just to like waste their time and keep them away from other unsuspecting poor victims. I think that's great. I'm still waiting for the Nigerian prince to send me 10 million. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm going to be a millionaire soon. This Nigerian prince, he reached out to me via email and said that I was a direct descendant, 20 removed, and there's $10 million coming. It's been 6 months, and he did ask me to send $2,000. Just in transit. Very excited for that. Money. Very excited for that. That's coming. But ChatGPT is fighting the good fight. There's going to be great things with AI in terms of scammer. I mean, like, if it's just endlessly looping them, trying to make them keep replying. That's great. That is great. Xbox Game Pass. Now, this is actually really interesting. So, Xbox Game Pass has over 15 million players on PC, according to a new report. This suggests that there are more subscribers on PC than on the Xbox consoles. Now, I wouldn't have expected that. I would have expected that, of course, Xbox is the one that's got all the Xbox Game Passes, and PC is like an additional thing. It's something some people will dabble with, but the main meat and potatoes was going to be the Xbox console. But having said that, there's of course a lot more PCs out there than there is Xboxes. So it doesn't make sense. But it's kind of cool to see, though, that so many people are actually jumping on the whole PC Game Pass thing. Game Pass is the future, I think, for Xbox. It's not about hardware, it's about software, it's about offerings, it's about, you know, as many platforms as possible that you can play on, all that kind of stuff, right? So they're really trying to double down on that, and it's working, it seems like, on the PC. Like 15 million, $10 or $15 a month, like that's a decent amount to be making off that, right? So, yeah, so I told you I would send you the money soon. So, it's Andrew. Oh, it's you, man. Come on, man. I've been waiting ages for this. Okay, everyone, round of applause for the Nigerian prince that's actually in the chat section. I should have known. I should have known. Silent Hill 2 store page on Steam now states that release as coming soon instead of TBA. EA Sports, TBA. Kind of cool. I mean, this is like a myth now. When's it coming out? No one knows. But I will play this and I will review it. Now, I can't remember last time I played a Silent Hill game. I mean, we've been playing the remakes of Resident Evils, but I haven't played Silent Hill for a long time. I feel like I was a child when I first played that. Did it first come out on PlayStation or PlayStation 2 or something like that? Jamie, pull that up, I'm not sure. But definitely cool to see that this is finally coming. And I thought we were going to see something on this on E3. But who knows, right? E3, huge. In case you missed it, it's coming and it's going to be huge. All right, everyone's lining up for it. They sold out of tickets. Xbox was like, no, we want this space. Nintendo's like, no, we want this space. Sony's like, whoa, guys, we all need to be here. I mean, there's just an inflow of publishers, everyone just wanting to be there. So E3's back, baby. Strong as ever. Now, this is just like a thing in the background, but really, they're showing that there's some new Cyberpunk 2077 ray tracing, boosted performance, multiplying DLSS 3. Now, look. I won't play the music. Come on, there we go. So look, cool, but I have to say, the reason I brought this in is this doesn't change what happened with Cyberpunk. Although it's a great game, throwing in some ray tracing, I'm sorry, all right, it doesn't fix it. No, but this is more than ray tracing. This is actually overdrive modes. So apparently you can also fix your FPS with this new feature. But this game came out 2 years ago now, and they're still kind of showing things that they want to implement. So I'm glad that we're still seeing progress in here and making it as good as possible. But yeah, have you guys played Cyberpunk? Actually, I wouldn't mind knowing if you guys have played Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is only relevant thanks to Edgerunners. That's so true. You know what? We may be seeing this type of thing because Edgerunners has been such a success and they want to implement new and exciting things into it to a new player base that's never played it. That's actually very, very true. That's something that's that didn't occur to me. But as I said before, Edgerunners was fantastic. Witcher was also fantastic. And the new Witcher, who's excited for not Henry Cavill? I don't think that's going to... I mean, look, who knows, right? Who knows? It could be really, really good. But Liam Hemsworth as Geralt, like, I don't know. It just feels like we're so invested with the Geralt that we know now, you know? Henry Cavill is the Geralt. It's gonna be hard to like see that change and give us this new guy that are like, hey, I used some magic. My face is different. I mean, what's the plot device they're gonna use? Oh, Geralt was under attack, so he had to use some magic. Now he looks different and they don't know where he is. You know, like what are they gonna do there? Oh, they're just like not gonna mention it. He's just gonna waltz in. They're like, hey, there's Geralt. And they're like, is it? Yeah, it is. Come on, play along. It's part of the plot now. Oh yeah, there's Geralt. Like, what are they gonna do? It's gonna be so ridiculous. Anyway, I wish they could keep Henry somehow. I know, right? Henry was the man. We love Henry. I mean, he's no longer part of the Witcher. He's no longer part of Superman. He's out of work. He needs to do a Dunkin' Donuts commercial. That's what he needs to do. He needs to do a Dunkachino. Get him some work. Very, very amazing part of the segment here, guys. I thought, you know what, it's best to show you some of these requirements that you will need for PC. So if you guys are excited for Jedi Survivor, these are going to be the requirements. Now I use NVIDIA, so GTX 1070. God, that doesn't feel that long ago, but it actually is. That's the minimum requirement. They want at least to have 8 gigabytes of RAM. An AMD GPU Radeon RX 580. No, they want the best. If you want the best experience, now you want to have RAM of 16 gigabytes, and you want a 2070. A 2070. I've got a 3080, so I'm gonna be playing this shit on the max settings. Very excited for this game. This looks absolutely rad. Yeah. So I'm very excited for that. Absolutely. Wasn't there talk of him doing that Warhammer 40k thing? Oh, was he doing that? Okay, I know he likes it. I know he's a big fan of Warhammer, but I don't know if he actually was booked for that. But I did see when Henry Cavill was talking about that in some sort of interview where he was like, "I love Warhammer," and then he went into talking about the certain factions and which one his favorite faction was or whatever. Spoiler alert, the God Emperor was Henry Cavill in his former life. Well, I think Henry Cavill is so... I mean, not only is he a sexy man, but he can do heaps of different things. I mean, he's done Superman, he's done Geralt, he's done that movie... what's it called? Like the spy one. You guys know what I'm talking about. He's done a few different types of movies, of course. And I'm looking forward to see what he does next. Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes. There it is. Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, so we love Henry Cavill. We do love Henry Cavill. God of War Ragnarok New Game Plus is available now. So, new equipment, an increased level cap, new enchantments, all this and more is introduced with God of War's Ragnarok New Game Plus mode. As soon as you've beaten the game, you'll be able to dive right into New Game Plus save to experience the story again, and many more gameplay options available. I don't say beaten the game, I finished the game. Do you guys say beaten the game or finished? Doesn't sound right, right? I don't know, I have beaten you. Boom. I have finished you. Finish him. I don't know. Comment section, tell me what you do. But like, I haven't finished this game. I really need to finish this game. I have not gone back and actually finished this game. I really should. It's a real shame that I haven't actually finished it. I do want to, right? Like I finished God of War. I finished it twice, actually, God of War. I finished God of War twice, the first one. But this, for Ragnarok, I didn't. I've only played like 10 hours or not even. Maybe even like 5 or 6 hours. Like, I have not sunk my teeth into this. And I absolutely need to do that. Detective. Yeah, Alicia, you know what I mean, all right? Detective or whatever, you know. Yeah, so... Who knows? Look, I have to go and finish this goddamn game. Let's see what's happening in Reddit before we finish for the day. What do you reckon, guys? Thank you all again for tuning in, and I appreciate you. You guys are great. You guys are wonderful. Yeah, we've already covered that. We covered that. Player made Call of Duty maps removed from Fortnite. Okay, we spoke about that yesterday. Call of Duty is trying to like stop people from playing, from importing some of their assets into Creator Mode 2.0. The thing about that is, yes, I accept all cookies, take all my data. The thing about that is, right, it's going to be very difficult, I think, for Call of Duty to police that, right? The amount of there's going to be an explosion of different game modes that come from Fortnite Creator Mode 2.0, and if you can actually import assets, it's impossible to police this, I think. Unless there's some sort of system where like Fortnite can figure out that you're using a certain asset from another game, but like, does that even exist? And do we even want that to exist? Like, it's kind of cool for this sandbox to be able to experiment with things. And then if something really works, then you can just like change that asset. You can make your own types of assets that fit back into this new game that you've made. As I said yesterday, with Warcraft 3, that made Dota, and that did use a lot of the Warcraft assets, but it was essential to kind of get to the point where they're like, okay, this is the game and this is a thing. It's a standalone thing that now we can make ourselves. And then League of Legends was made, and then before you know it, it was huge. So So yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the Laymen Daily Show. What else, guys? Before we finish up, I have beaten it because I platinumed it. Okay, well, I actually I don't think I've ever platinumed a game. I finished the story, I play a little bit of it. I never sit there and do all the platinum, all that stuff. I actually don't do that, funny enough. I'm a casual, clearly. No, but I don't know, like, I just like to play the game, finish the game, see the credits, and then I'm like, okay, cool, that was great. Very rarely will I... Okay, Elden Ring. Elden Ring, I played 150 hours of that goddamn game, and there was the only thing I didn't do one or two things. I didn't kill Melania. I couldn't kill her. I couldn't beat her. Couldn't finish her. Couldn't finish her off. She was too hard. He's a producer for Amazon to work on the 40K franchise. Henry is the producer. Okay, I didn't know that. That's kind of cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, so look, I mean, I see, you know, he is part of the, like, everyone loves him in the gaming community because he would sit there live and he would, like, make TV, he would make computers, like, from scratch. He would actually show that he was making it. So he's a gamer. He likes playing games. I think that's kind of cool. I also play Remnant from the Ashes and Ghosts of Tsushima. I only play, sorry. Okay, Remnant from the Ashes was actually really good. I went back recently and played that. I'm actually excited for the second game too. Ghost of Tsushima is one of the greatest games I thought from the last generation. Absolutely. It was the end of that generation, if I remember. It was a crossover. Was it on PS5 and PS4? Or was it just on PS4? Comment section, help me out. Man from Uncle. Man of Steel? No. Man from Uncle. Alright guys, what do you reckon? I really appreciate everyone being here today. You guys have been great. Love you, appreciate you. You guys have a wonderful Easter break. I'll probably be back here tomorrow anyway. If there's more news, reviews, and discussions, then we will talk tomorrow. But again, I appreciate you guys all being here. You guys are great. You guys are a great audience. And tomorrow we'll talk about more news and what else has gone in the world of video games. All right, guys. Have a lovely day. And I'll see you next time.